Hello! These are the most fascinating facts about grizzly bear that I bet you didn't know. Let me know in the comments if you knew any of these facts already. First fact. The grizzly bear, a subspecies of the brown bear, rules the forests and valleys of North America. Named for its grizzled fur tipped with silver, it stands nearly 3 meters tall when upright and can weigh over 400 kilograms. Yet for all that muscle, a grizzly can sprint at 55 kilometers per hour. Its presence shapes entire ecosystems, from riverbanks to alpine meadows, and its sheer power commands respect from every creature that shares its domain. Second fact. A grizzly's sense of smell is legendary, up to 2,000 times stronger than a human's. It can detect carrion from over 30 kilometers away or the scent of a salmon hidden beneath layers of soil. This incredible ability helps it locate food, mates, and even danger long before sight or sound reveal a clue. In the wilderness, the nose is the grizzly's compass, radar, and survival guide. Third fact. Despite their fierce image, grizzlies are not pure carnivores. About 70% of their diet comes from plants, roots, berries, nuts, and grasses. Yet when salmon run in northern rivers, their menu changes dramatically. With one powerful swipe, a grizzly can snatch a 15-kilogram fish from mid-leap. In fall, they gorge on protein and fat, consuming up to 20,000 calories a day to prepare for the long winter sleep. Fourth fact. Grizzlies are strategic hunters. They position themselves at waterfalls or shallow bends where salmon are easiest to catch. Each bear develops a personal style. Some scoop fish with claws, others pin them against rocks. Cubs watch closely, copying their mother's technique. Fifth fact. Every autumn, grizzlies enter hyperphagia, a state of relentless eating to store fat for hibernation. As winter arrives, they retreat to dens carved into hillsides or under tree roots, where their heart rate drops from 50 beats per minute to fewer than 10. They neither eat, drink, nor defecate for up to 7 months, surviving solely on stored energy. When spring returns, they emerge lean but alive, a triumph of nature's engineering. Sixth fact. Female grizzlies are devoted mothers. They usually give birth during hibernation to 1 to 3 tiny cubs weighing less than half a kilogram each. For the next 2 to 3 years, she teaches them everything: how to dig roots, find berries, and fish for salmon. She will fight off wolves, cougars, and even male bears to protect them. Her lessons and courage ensure that the next generation inherits both skill and strength. Seventh fact. Grizzlies are solitary by nature, each maintaining a vast territory that can stretch hundreds of square kilometers. They use scent markings on trees and deep claw scars to warn rivals of their presence. While males generally avoid one another, overlaps occur during salmon season or mating time. Their encounters can be tense, a silent standoff of dominance where one step decides whether peace or combat follows. Eighth fact. Few animals combine strength and dexterity like the grizzly. Its shoulder hump isn't fat. It's a mound of pure muscle powering its front legs for digging, striking, and climbing. With claws up to 10 centimeters long, it can tear through logs or flip over 300-kilogram boulders. Yet that same paw can gently scoop up a cub or cradle a salmon. Every motion blends brutality with astonishing control. Ninth fact. Behind those small, dark eyes lies a surprisingly sharp mind. Grizzlies remember exact berry patches and salmon runs years later, often returning on the same week each season. They use problem-solving to open containers, find food caches, or even manipulate water currents for fishing advantage. This intelligence, paired with experience, makes older bears near unstoppable survivors, living archives of wilderness wisdom. 10th fact. Though mostly silent, grizzlies communicate through posture, scent, and subtle vocalizations. A low huff can mean warning. A soft grunt, reassurance. Cubs whimper to their mothers when frightened, while adults stand tall or swat the air to show dominance. These gestures form a language of instinct and respect, essential for coexistence in a world where one wrong signal could spark deadly conflict. 11th fact. As apex predators and scavengers, grizzlies play a vital ecological role. They regulate populations of deer and elk, spread seeds through their droppings, and leave nutrient-rich carcasses for birds and smaller mammals. When grizzlies thrive, the entire forest flourishes. Remove them, and balance fades. Rivers change, prey overbrowse vegetation, and the wild itself begins to weaken. 12th fact. Human expansion has brought grizzlies and people into closer contact than ever before. Farms, cabins, and hiking trails cut through ancient bear corridors. Most confrontations stem from food or surprise encounters. Conservationists now use electric fencing, bear-proof bins, and relocation programs to reduce conflict. Coexistence requires respect, understanding that the wilderness belongs to them as much as to us. 13th fact. For centuries, indigenous nations have revered the grizzly as a symbol of strength, healing, and courage. To the Tlingit and Haida peoples, it embodies the spirit of the mountain and protector of the forest. These stories remind us that the bear is not merely an animal, it's a guardian presence, woven into the mythology and survival of entire cultures long before modern science arrived. 14th fact. Once ranging across most of western North America, grizzlies now occupy less than half of their original territory. Habitat loss and past hunting pushed them toward extinction in many regions. Protected status and reintroduction programs have helped populations recover in places like Yellowstone and British Columbia. Yet their survival still depends on vast wilderness, spaces where humans tread lightly and the old rhythms can endure. 15th fact. To see a grizzly standing in golden evening light is to glimpse raw nature itself, ancient, untamed, and proud. Every scar on its hide tells a story of storms survived and winters endured. It is both feared and admired, a creature of immense strength guided by instinct and intelligence. The grizzly bear remains the beating heart of the wild, a living reminder that true power lies in balance, not dominance.
There you go, avocado. Nice and cold, just how you like it. Good boy. You know, you get softer every year. Must be all these snacks. One more for that sweet face.
Grandma.
Hush now, he's